All right, it says we're live. So, hello everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I'm actually going to check my phone because I know there's going to be a Discord notification coming through um, because of a Discord server that I'm in. But I decided to go live on YouTube today. I don't know why, but hello. How I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody's had a good week so far. I've had a good week so far. Uh, Realistically, it's actually been a very, very good week. I have been working on Trailhead units with Salesforce for the time being, and it's been interesting. I haven't worked with Salesforce since December, and getting used to writing Apex classes and Apex test classes gets to be a little bit tedious because people say, well, writing Apex is easy if you've written Java. Or I shouldn't even put words in anybody's mouth, but Apex is very Java like. Um, and it's very, very odd for me to write again because because here's the thing uh, talking about Salesforce, uh, your classes need 75% code coverage to be put on the org, whether it's production, developer, sandbox, or a Trailhead playground. Um, and your triggers, I think, need 1% coverage. I don't know 100%. Right now, I'm currently working through uh, trying to get an Apex specialist super badge. I really am like I really want to do the Apex specialist uh, super badge. So what super badges are? They help you improve your skill. So if I go, I'm on the Trailhead website, going to super badges, and I believe this is just developer superset. You have the Apex badge, and I have two more uh, badges to get: the asynchronous Apex, which is future, using your future methods, which is just using a future annotation, batch Apex, queuable Apex, and Apex scheduling. So I've been working through that today, trying to get some progress made on it. And today I found out that this was a thing. So I'm gonna try it live on the air. Apparently, this is a citrus punch. Hold on. I definitely taste orange. I just I don't know. The other flavors are like not it's not bad. Not bad at all. The other one I believe is Baja Gold. And that's a pineapple Mountain Dew, which is also like the pineapple I will say is better. I thought that was a lot better tasting, but yeah, since Baja is back at gas stations and various general stores and all that, I figured I'd pick one up today. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Yeah, I've been working on again the asynchronous Apex to try and finish that, so I can get a super badge. And then after this, what goes into aha? So your call outs and your web services. All right. Oh, I thought I heard something outside, and my brain's just like, wait, what? So yeah, right now I'm just kind of working through those badges, and I also have the product or process automation super badge, which I am currently, trying to get through. So after I get the Apex Specialist, I may go on to, the Advanced Apex Specialist. Lightning Web, not my favorite thing, but it's something I have to get used to doing. So after that, these two I can finish. So basically, after I finish the integration and asynchronous Apex, I can do the platform API, which is basically making SOAP and REST API callouts, and using bulk API. I guess that's a thing. I actually didn't know that. So, like I said, it's going to be interesting. And like the reason I'm going to say go for the super badges, it gives you a lot of practice using the things you've learned through the trailheads. And I'm going to say right now, I think the trailheads can be a little bit handholdy in terms of how like they do things with like the Apex. That is kind of handholdy because they show you how to do the specific challenge and how to write your class and your test class, which is required because remember, Apex and Salesforce require a 75% code coverage for your classes. Other than that, I've been writing for a project. You guys can check out the development updates episode of the Unknown Gaming podcast, which was put up, I don't remember when, but I'm going to check that right now. So we're going to go to anchor.fm. Yeah, it was put out 2 days ago after the State of Play and Sonic Central reaction discussions. It's probably been the most active. This is the most active we have been in a while. We took some time. Oh boy. Oh, there. I think there's the notification. Yeah. I have Discord open in my browser. Yeah, I just decided to go live on YouTube today. I actually don't know why. I'm just like, you know what? Let's give people an update on what the heck's going on here. So yeah, like I really haven't been doing much other than the trying to do things for the super badges and working on various projects and completing Udemy courses. So, I will say I did have a hiccup with this PC and trying to run VS Code with the Salesforce extensions. So I was running Endeavor OS, which is an Arch-based Linux distribution. And when I downloaded the AUR package for code or VS Code, I could not sync any of my extensions, and I couldn't even find the Salesforce extensions. So I ended up saying, let's test this. Let's get this tested out so I can see if it's an issue with the program on the distribution. So I went back to LMDE, which is a more stable Debian base version of Linux Mint, and VS Code runs perfectly fine. Like I could get all of the gosh darn it, all of the extensions that I needed, because you do need very specific extensions to run your Apex code and test it in VS Code. And people will say, you could have used the development console or like the developer's console. I don't think you can use the developer's console to work with things like Lightning Web. You had to do something completely different to create those. I don't remember what the source was called, but I do remember having to use it from time to time to create Lightning Web components. And I genuinely I will say that Lightning Web Components are going to replace Visual Force pages. Aura Components and Lightning Web Components definitely will. Um, because Visual Force pages are legacy, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. A lot of places are probably going to switch from Visual Force to something like Aura or Lightning Web. Um, I don't know why I'm stuck on Salesforce, but that's what I've been doing the last few days is just trying to get everything set up and, you know, working through all of the Salesforce stuff so I can get super badges. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting few days because I'm like, okay, why isn't this working? Why is my Visual Studio Code install being like, no? Um, yeah, that's the weird thing was like, okay, like it worked fine on Debian, right? Um, and the thing with Mono is I like having a graphical version of the IDE so I don't have to like type commands. I just there's something about me in command prompt that I can't do, and I'm pretty sure I could make an alias to run CMake commands. But when it comes to like something different like C sharp, I prefer having like Mono, and I like having Mono develop because that automatically can make .NET Core applications, which allows for cross-platform use. And for reasons of why that's important, go see Escape. It can run on both Linux and Windows. Um, and you know, I honestly I liked I like working with Mono on Linux. And I use Visual Studio 2022 on Windows. So the only issue I have when I'm going between builds is making sure everything's up to date. And for people that want to fact check me on that, I think it is on itch, but I'm also going to check GitHub because I did want to check on something else. So the Linux native game jam submission. Oh yeah, that's right. I started trying to sanitize the functions and like the inputs, but I have no idea how to do that in C++. Because if we go to game, yeah, please enter a number. Oh, I'm actually curious. I'm gonna download the source files. I'm gonna download all the source files here. Hold on a minute. I'm downloading all of my. I'm gonna put this in a different folder. I'm gonna put this in documents. I'm gonna call it. Hold on. C++ project. And save. I am also going to go find Maze Escape really quick. Where is it? PD1 backup, Linux command. Guess the number, source code, mileage, Maze Escape. There it is. Download zip. Maze Escape. It's a text adventure game. I had no idea what to call it. I think that was the original concept. Like you were going to escape from a maze that led you in 4 different directions. Like you could go north, south, east, west, and it would be a different story each and every way. Think of it like that. I'm quite honestly being like, I'm that person that's like, okay, let's start with a concept and let's build off it. But then there are times I have an ending of a game in mind, and then I just build from that ending and work backwards. So that's just my thing. Is I work backwards, and for some projects, and from some projects, I literally go, let's make a text adventure game because let's see what we can do. So I'm just downloading those source code files so that I can continue to work on them very, very slowly. Because at the same time I'm doing this, I'm also working on Salesforce and a Udemy course, which is Unreal Engine 5 and C++, which I should really get back into that soon. So anyway, other than that, it's been like really, really warm where I live right now. I'm actually going to check the weather. I think today was like a really, really cool day. 10-day. Yeah, 60 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, 83. Or tomorrow, 80. Friday, 83. Saturday, 94. Weather's saying 100 for Sunday. But part of me wants to just double check that. So that's the thing. I check weather and weather bug, and I'm one of those. I am obsessed with the weather because I'm curious. Yeah, so they're saying tomorrow 79, Saturday 82 or 93, Sunday 97, Monday 98, Tuesday 86, Wednesday 87, Thursday 86, Friday 83. I know the other day it was like well, my phone just shut off. It was like 100-degree heat indexes. So I literally, when I had something to do in the morning, and my whole thing is, if you're gonna do running around in the morning, if you're gonna do errands like go shopping, or if you're gonna go shopping, do it in the morning. But if you work outside, stay hydrated. So because I didn't know how long the appointment was going to take, I grabbed 3 bottles of water, and I instantly turned on my air conditioner because I knew, I was like, when I get home from this, I'm going to want to just stay in here because it was really muggy. I got to the appointment, and I remember going, it's like really muggy out there, and ugh, because we had some rain roll through early in the morning, and I remember walking outside or taking my wheelchair outside and just being like, ugh. It felt incredibly muggy out, and it just I was not comfortable. Ugh. And then when I got home, I'm like, okay, lunchtime. What do I want to do for lunch? I don't remember what I did that day. I just know I had the air conditioner on, and I'm like, thank God I did it. Because I probably got home at about like 10 or 10:30, somewhere in there, and I was like, okay, now what? I think I immediately switched from Endeavor to LMDE, which I do enjoy. I'm actually still going to work on a Arch Linux alias file. And for people that want to know what that is, so an alias in Linux is, and I should say, I've been working with a place here in town to help me find a job to work part-time. So that's what the appointment was on was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. Had to have been Monday. Because it wasn't yesterday. I'm sorry. Like, it's just been a long week, but a good week. So yeah, I had that meeting on Monday, and it went pretty well, I guess. But anyway, back to Arch Linux. So I'm still working on like a bash RC file. I actually have a GitHub repo called Linux Commands, so that I have a backup and I don't have to go in and create it. Like I don't have to go in and type up the bash RC every time, because most of the time I keep my Linux distributions the same. There's going to be some commands I end up removing from the Arch bash RC alias file. And if you're going to add it right to your source, your aliases, you don't have to do dot slash. I think it's like dot slash bash RC. You don't have to do like the sourcing it. I just add straight to the bash RC, but I'm going to add the source to the bash RC to be safe, because you might do a separate alias file. One thing that I will say though, installing Node can be a pain, especially when it's like, don't use sudo. So for those that are curious, sudo in Linux gives the user elevated permissions. And you actually do need Node.js to work with Salesforce. So I'm going to explain this. You do need Node.js, you need Node.js, you need Java, and you need like a JDK and all that to work with Salesforce. To install the Salesforce CLI and the Salesforce executable, I guess. Just to install the CLI, I'm making this more complex than it needs to be. You need a Node.js installation, and you need to be able to run npm, which is Node Package Manager. So that isn't hard to do. It's incredibly time consuming. And I was talking to a buddy of mine. I'm like, I really don't know why they have you do an entire workaround for. Well, I think it's just to make sure it doesn't screw up the package manager, because npm is its own package manager, and Linux distributions like I know for Peppermint, Ubuntu, like anything Debian based is probably running apt or apt. So that's a package manager as well. Apt is a package manager. npm is a package manager. For those that want to know, well, what package manager does Arch run? Arch runs Pacman. So it would be like sudo pacman dash whatever like command flag you want to run. And I could have probably just screwed up an entire Arch command. I'm actually going to go look at my alias file, because I do have a single command in that Linux file, and it's just the update flag for the system. Like it's the full hold on. So let me pull up my file here. Come on. Thank you. Go to Arch aliases. So the alias update is in fact sudo pacman -SYU. And that sudo pacman -SYU is a system-wide update flag. So instead of typing out the entire command, you just do update. So I like having aliases because it makes things a lot easier. I'll go into my alias, my commands folder, and I'll give you a few. So like if I wanted to open up MonoDevelop, I would type prog. VSC was a shorthand for code. which is Visual Studio Code. I even had backup commands for like time shift, system upgrade, graphical upgrade, which actually came in handy for Ubuntu. And I added the sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade fix missing command, because there are some things that it's like, oh, run this command with fix missing. So I forget my phone is like dead, so I do apologize. I've been like spending all this time also kind of trying to figure out, okay, what distro would work best if I want to do Salesforce stuff, and that would be something that has a Debian base. Arch just does not like Salesforce, it seems. Actually, if you try to install Salesforce and you use Node Package Manager, it will say this conflicts with Pacman. So do be aware of that. As like from what I remember, it does say, hey, this conflicts with Pacman because it's in a separate package manager. And I don't know that much about Linux either, but I'm just saying from my experiences, using a Debian base is kind of more what I like to use for programming, because it all depends. Okay, so for a programmer, it all depends on what your what you're wanting to work with. Also depends how much you want to work with command line. And I'm trying to get used to running more command line stuff, but I also am like, I don't know, it's kind of scary. My buddy has told me, if you want to learn how Arch works or learn how Linux works, use Arch. And I do plan on going back to Arch because I really liked Endeavor. What kind of scared me away from Arch's install process was just how stinking long it took, man. Actually, I'm going to get Arch Linux. I'm actually going to put that on my Ventoy drive, which, by the way, if you want a multi-boot, Ventoy is what I use. And I love to use Ventoy because it's probably one of the easiest softwares for me to set up, to be fair. But I'm actually going to move this over because the USBs are in a really weird place on this laptop, because it's like right underneath the charging port. Okay. Yeah. So I've got, Endeavor OS, Linux Mint 2003. I've got LMDE, Q4 OS. I've got both desktop environments, I think, of Q4 OS in case I ever wanted to go back. I suppose I should just give this a shot. What the heck is that? I honestly... I'm afraid, installation guide. Oh, they have an installation guide? Okay. Okay, so... Wait, I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to... Since you're going to go down here, I think you're going to go straight into the Ventoy drive anyway. Wait. I'm gonna ask somebody because I'm on the Arch Linux download page, and it's like, oh, yeah, it's because I do like Arch Linux. It can be incredibly stable. I don't really do much with it. I use it as more of a browsing kind of thing, and I actually might turn that one, the laptop behind me, into like my writing station, and this into like my Salesforce, and then the Windows PC into the gaming and game development PC. So, well, it kind of has to be. Like for RPG Maker, MZ absolutely does not run on Linux. MV runs on Linux. So that's the thing too. Like I'm doing a lot, and I'm kind of taking some time to do some writing, do some, some app development and some game development stuff, uh, because I want to make time for things that I enjoy. Uh, Game development and writing stuff for the next game is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Um, I'm hoping to have some more updates for you guys soon, outside of the most recent podcast episode. And I'm sorry, this is just a live stream of me talking, but I I don't live a very interesting life. I don't really do much outside of literally everything I just told you. Program, write, make games, and watch Netflix or YouTube. So I don't know. No, seriously though. I do plan on going live on Twitch. I need to get this machine set up to go live on Twitch again because I just switched distributions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think a half-hour stream on YouTube is good enough for me. We will see you guys in the next video, whenever it may be. I'm going to try to upload here more often. So, thank you guys. We'll see you around. Bye-bye. Oh man, I'm